Joshua 13. But Joshua was old and advanced in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and advanced in days, and yet very much land was left to possess. The land that remains is this, all the borders of the Philistines and all of Geshur. From Shir, which is opposite Egypt, to the border of Ekron on the north, which is said to be of the Canaanites, 5 princes of the Philistines, the Gazite, and the Ashdodian, the Ashkelonite, the Gittite, and the Ekronite, and the Aviams. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Mira, which is of the Sidonians, to Aphek, to the border of the Amorites. And the land of the Jebuelites, and all Lebanon, toward the rising of the sun, from Baal-Gad, at the foot of Mount Hermon, to the entrance of Hamath. All who dwell in the mountains from Lebanon to Misrephoth-Maim, all the Sidonians, I will drive them out from before the children of Israel, only apportion the land as an inheritance to Israel, as I commanded you. Now therefore divide this land as an inheritance to the 9 tribes, and to the half-tribe of Manasseh, with which the Reubenites and the Gadites already received their inheritance, beyond the Jordan on the east, just as Moses, the servant of the Lord, already gave them. From Aroer, which is on the bank of the brook Arnon, and the city that is in the middle of the valley, and all the plain of Medeba to Dibon, and all the cities of Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon until the end of the Ammonites, and Gilead, and the border of the Jeshurites, and of the Maccathites, and all Mount Hermon, and all Bashan as far as Salcah. All the kingdom of Og in Bashan, who reigned in Ashtoreth and Edrei, this one was left of the remnant of the giants that Moses smote and drove out. But the children of Israel did not drive out the Jeshurites or the Maccathites, rather Geshur and Maccath dwelt in the midst of Israel to this day. Only to the tribe of Levi did he not give an inheritance. The sacrifices made by fire of the Lord God of Israel are his inheritance, as I promised him. So Moses gave to the tribe of the children of Reuben according to their families. And it was its boundary from Aroer, which is on the bank of the Arnon stream, and the city that is in the middle of the valley, and all the plain as far as Medeba. Heshbon and all its cities that are in the plain, Dibon, and Bamathbal, and Beth-Balmeon, and Jasa, and Kedemoth, and Mephith, and Kiriathaim and Sibmah, and Zerethsar, in the mount of the valley. Beth Peor, and Ashdoth Pisgah, Beth Jezemoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdom of Sihon king of the Amorites, who reigned in Heshbon, whom Moses smote, and the princes of Midian, Evi, and Rekem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, princes of Sihon, inhabitants of the land. The children of Israel also slew Balaam the son of Beor, the soothsayer, with the sword, with others who were slain by them. And the border of the children of Reuben remained Jordan and its borders. This was the inheritance of the sons of Reuben, according to their families, cities, and villages. And Moses gave to the tribe of Gad, to the children of Gad, according to their families. And their border was Jazer, and all the cities of Gilead, and half the land of the children of Ammon, as far as Aroer, which is in front of Rabbah. And from Heshbon to Ramath Mizpah and Betonim, and from Mahanaim to the border of Debir. And in the valley of Beth-Aram, and Beth-Nimrah, and Sukkos, Zaphon, which was left of the remnant of the kingdom of Sihon, in Heshbon, Jordan and its boundary, to the end of the sea of Chinnereth beyond Jordan on the east. This is the inheritance of the children of Gad according to their families, cities and villages. Moses also gave inheritance to the half-tribe of Manasseh, and he gave to the half-tribe of the children of Manasseh, according to their families. So their boundary was from Mahanaim, all Bashan, all the kingdom of Og king of Bashan, and all the villages of Jair, which are in Bashan, 60 cities. And half of Gilead, and Ashtaroth, and Edrei, cities of the kingdom of Og in Bashan, he gave to the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, that is, to half of the children of Machir, according to their families. This is what Moses allotted for an inheritance in the plains of Moab beyond Jordan east of Jericho. However, to the tribe of Levi, Moses did not give an inheritance. The Lord God of Israel is his heritage, as he had spoken to him. Joshua 14. This, then, is what the children of Israel had as an inheritance in the land of Canaan, which Eleazar the priest, and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel caused them to allot by the lot of their inheritance, as the Lord commanded by Moses, concerning the 9 tribes and the half-tribe. For to the 2 tribes and to the half-tribe Moses had given an inheritance beyond Jordan, but to the Levites he had given no inheritance among them. For the sons of Joseph were 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and the Levites were given no inheritance in the land, except cities to dwell in, and their suburbs for their cattle and for their goods. As the Lord had commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel, and they divided the land. Then the children of Judah came to Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said unto him, Thou knowest what the Lord spake unto Moses the man of God in Kadesh Barnea on account of me and thee. I was 40 years old when Moses the servant of the Lord sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought you an answer, as I felt it in my heart. But my brothers, who went up with me, melted the hearts of the people, but I persevered in following the Lord my God. Then Moses swore that day, saying, Surely the land that thy foot trodden upon shall be thine and thy children's for an inheritance forever, for you have persevered in following the Lord my God. And now, behold, the Lord has preserved me alive, as he said. 45 years have passed since the Lord spoke this word to Moses, while Israel walked in the wilderness, and now, behold, I am now 85 years old. And even today I am as strong as the day Moses sent me. What was my strength then, so is my strength now, both for war and for going out and coming in. Now therefore, give me this mountain of which the Lord spoke on that day, for on that day you heard that the Anakims were there, and cities great and fortified. Perhaps the Lord will be with me to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave Caleb the son of Jephunneh to Hebron for an inheritance. Therefore Hebron became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, to this day, because he persevered in following the Lord God of Israel. And formerly the name of Hebron was Kiriath-arba, because Arba was the greatest man among the Anakims. And the land rested from war. Joshua 15. The lot that fell to the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families, was to the border of Edom, the desert of Zin, to the south, at the end of the southern side. And its boundary was toward the south, from the end of the Salt Sea, from the bay that looks toward the south. And go out to the south, as far as the ascent of Akrabim, and pass to Zin, and go up from the south to Kadesh Barnea, and pass through Hezron, and go up to Adar, and turn to Karka. And pass Asman, and go out to the brook of Egypt, and the exits of this term go to the sea. This shall be your border on the south side. But the border to the east shall be the Salt Sea, to the mouth of the Jordan, and the border to the north shall be from the bay of the sea, from the mouth of Jordan. And this term will go up to Beth-hogla, and will pass from the north to Beth-araba, and this term will go up to the rock of Boan, son of Reuben. This term shall go up to Debir from the valley of Acre, going north towards Gilgal, which is opposite the ascent of Adumim, which is to the south of the brook. Then this term continues to the waters of En-Semez, and their outputs are on the side of En-Rogel. And this term goes up through the valley of the son of Hinnom, from the south side of the Jebusites, that is Jerusalem, and goes up this term to the top of the mountain that is opposite the valley of Hinnom on the west, which is at the end of the valley of the Rephanes of the north side. So this term extends from the height of the mountain to the source of the waters of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephron. This term goes further to Bala, this is Kiriath Jearim. Then this term returns from Bala westward to the mountains of Seir, and passes by the side of Mount Jearim on the north side, this is Chesalem, and goes down to Beth Shemesh, and passes through Timnah. This term goes beyond Ekron, towards the north, and this term goes to Sychron and passes the Mount of Bala, and comes out in Jabneel, and so this term ends in the sea. But the boundary on the west side will be the Great Sea and its surroundings. This is the boundary of the children of Judah round about, according to their families. But to Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a portion among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, namely, the city of Arba, which is Hebron. This Arba was the father of Anak. And Caleb drove out from there the 3 sons of Anak, Shesai, and Ahiman, and Talmai, begotten of Anak. And from there he went up to the inhabitants of Debir, and formerly the name of Debir, Kiriath-Sepher. And Caleb said, Whoever smites Kirjath-Sepher, and takes her, I will give him my daughter Achsah to wife. So he took it from Othniel, son of Kenaz, brother of Caleb, and he gave him his daughter Achsah to wife. And it came to pass, when she came to him, that she persuaded him to ask her father for a field, and she got down from her donkey. Then Caleb said to him, What is the matter with you? And she said, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me dry land, give me also springs of water. So she gave you the upper springs and the lower springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families. So these are the cities of the tribe of the children of Judah, as far as the border of Edom, in the extreme south, Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jagur, and Kanah, and Damonah, and Adadah, and Kadesh, and Hazor, and Ithan, Ziph, and Telem, and Bealoth, and Hazor Adadah, and Kiriath Hezrom, which is Hazor, Ammon and Shema, and Malada, and Hazargada, and Hesmom, and Beth Palet, and Hazarsul, and Beersheba, and Biziosha, Bala, and Iim, and Azam, and Eltolade, and Quesel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Madmanah, and Sansannah, and Leboth, and Silim, and Ain, and Rimmon, all the cities and their villages, 29. On the plains, Eshtaol, and Zorah, and Asna, and Zanoah, and Engannim, Tapua, and Anah, and Jarmuth, and Adullam, Soko, and Azekah, and Saharaim, and Adataim, and Gedera, and Gederotaim, 14 cities and their villages. Zenon, and Hadassah, and Migdalgad, and Dalim, and Mizp, and Joktiel, Lachish, and Bosgate, and Eglon, and Kabam, and Lamash, and Quitlis, and Gederoth, Beth-Dagam, and Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities and their villages. Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Iphta, and Asna, and Nezib, and Quila, and Aksib, and Mershah, 9 cities and their villages. Ekron with its towns and villages. From Ekron to the sea, all that are on the side of Ashdod, and its villages. Ashdod, with its towns and villages, Gaza, with its towns and villages, as far as the river of Egypt, and the great sea and its boundary. And on the mountains, Samir, Jadar, and Soko, and Dana, and Kiriath-Zana, which is Debir, and Anab, Estemo, and Anim, and Goshen, and Halam, and Jilo, 11 cities and their villages. Arab, and Dumah, and Ashan, and Janim, and Beth Tapua, and Aphekah, and Hunta, and Kiriath-Arba, which is Hebron, and Zir, 9 cities and their villages. Man, Carmel, and Ziph, and Judah, and Jezreel, and Jokdeam, and Zanoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities and their villages. Halel, Beth Zur, and Geder, and Merit, and Bethanodi, and Eltekam, 6 cities and their villages. Kiriath Baal, which is Kiriath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities and their villages. In the desert, Beth Araba, Middim, and Sekaka, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and En-Gedi, 6 cities and their villages. But the children of Judah were not able to drive out the Jebusites who dwelt in Jerusalem, so the Jebusites have dwelt with the children of Judah in Jerusalem to this day. Joshua 16. Then came the lot of the sons of Joseph, from the Jordan towards Jericho, by the waters of Jericho, eastward, extending through the desert that goes up from Jericho through the mountains of Bethel. And from Bethel he goes to Luz, and passes to the border of the Archites, to Atarot. And it goes down from the west side to the border of Japhleti, to the border of Beth-horon below, into Gezer, going to end in the sea. So the sons of Joseph, Manasseh and Ephraim, obtained their inheritance. And the border of the children of Ephraim was, according to their families, as follows. The border of their inheritance toward the east was Atarot-Adar to Beth-horon from above. And this term goes out to the west by Makmedah, from the north, and turns this term to the east to Tanate Silo, and passes through it from the east to Genoa. And it goes down from Genoa to Ataroth and Nered and touches Jericho, ending in Jordan. From Tapua this term goes west to the brook of Kana, ending in the sea, This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Ephraim according to their families, plus the cities that were set apart for the children of Ephraim in the midst of the inheritance of the children of Manasseh, all those cities and their villages. And they did not drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, and the Canaanites dwell among the Ephraimites to this day, however, being tributary to them. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, leave your like, and make a comment.